So, Daoud, what do you make of the latest developments? Benjamin Netanyahu rejecting the latest proposals from Hamas doesn't really come as a big surprise, does it?
Well, it is partially a surprise because his own negotiators in Paris agreed to the principles that Hamas has agreed to now. Maybe there's some detailed issues that they want to iron out, but I would have expected Israel to say we accept the concept, but then we want to lower the number of prisoners released or whatever. But I think Netanyahu is fighting for his political life. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that he is not able to stay in power once the war is over, once the hostages are released. And he has 19 days before he has to present a report to the International Court of Justice about what he has done to avoid civilian killings and to provide full humanitarian aid. And all these issues he is failing, as well as to his own people who are fighting for the families of hostages to have their family, their loved ones released. So I think he's walking on a very thin line, and it doesn't look like he is totally opposing the agreement, but he wants to strengthen his own negotiating power. So I think there will be some behind-the-scenes negotiations in the coming days and weeks, and I think he's lying to the people that, you know, victory is close and so on. I think this is just bravado, and he's trying to show that they're tough. They're not tough. They've been losing soldiers every day, and they're under a lot of pressure to end this war from the international world.
So let me tell you what he said. He said total victory in Gaza is possible within months. And I guess my question to you is, we've heard this type of language time after time, week after week. We've heard it, in fact, for months now. So what has changed in the status of these negotiations mediated by Egypt and Qatar when things don't seem to be really going anywhere?
The problem is in Israel. The problem is in Tel Aviv. They have to find a way to overcome their emotions.
So how do we find that way, Daoud? Where is the middle ground here between the two sides?
I think the middle ground is in Washington. Sorry to say, in where you are. I think President Biden has to put his foot down and has to be serious. And I think Blinken behind the scenes is going to be very serious. This cannot go on. The U.S. have elections this year, and this is not good for the U.S. elections to have pictures every day of Gazan children being killed. And I think the Israeli-U.S. relations is in real deep trouble if Netanyahu keeps standing up to the Americans and refusing to deal with a situation that the Americans themselves are saying you cannot defeat Hamas. Hamas is not just soldiers or terrorists, what they call them, but it's a movement of people, and so you can kill people, but others will rise in their place. So I think the sooner that there is an agreement, the better for everybody, and I think Washington has to really put its foot down with Netanyahu.
Oh, we'll see if that happens. Daoud Kuttab, thank you very much.